I'm looking fresh today, boy! Alright, so we're playing some MW3. No biggie, you know, we do this quite often. So, what does this mean? It means a cut comp. So, today's been an odd day, let me just tell you that right now. So, in the morning we had this thing, or we as in, I mean, the seniors of my grade had this thing where we literally had to dress up and then go sit in the auditorium and hear people talk about random stuff for like an hour and then eat muffins, and then that was it. That's all we needed to dress up for. But apparently it was such an important thing. So I did that, and that somehow was more complicated than it needed to be. So start off the day, you know, I wake up a little bit later than usual because I, you know, just woke up at my later alarm. I'm sorry, world. But, you know, then I dress up and I don't know how to tie a tie. So that's a conundrum. And I'm already running late. And I try to learn how to tie a tie as I'm already running late. And it just does not work out. And then you take into account the fact that there is apparently a hurricane in my area called Hurricane Joaquin. I don't even know how to pronounce it. And there's just rain everywhere. So, you know, I drive to school in the rain and everyone's just forgets how to drive, apparently. I don't know. Apparently rain just changes the way you act. I mean, whenever I see FaZe rain, for example, I just fall in love. But, like, these people just forgot how to operate a motor vehicle. And I'm like, wow, I really don't appreciate that. I'm trying to get to school on time and learn. You know what I mean, boys? So long story short, I get to school late, and my teacher counts me absent, and I was about 5 minutes late. She counts me absent, and an email gets sent home that I was absent. So now my parents thought I was skipping class, and I'm like, I don't know if that's how that works. But we go to the convocation thing, and, you know, I'm chilling there, and we just have this motivational speaker talk about absolutely nothing. I was just sitting there disappointed, and she was just sitting up there bragging about her, like, life and how, you know, you can keep doing stuff. And then she started talking about religion, and then, you know, it just one thing went to another, and then she had some really odd philosophical things. I will tell you one of the philosophical things, because I saw a big problem with this one. It made me pretty salty. So she says, you know, in college sometimes you have to think outside of the box. And I'm like, oh god, okay, I guess that's accurate sometimes. And she said, in one college, a professor gave people a piece of paper with a dot on the page that covered 2% of the page. And he told them to write a 250-word essay about what they saw on the paper. And so, you know, if it was me in that position, I would write about the dot, because, you know, that's the directions of the story. But then she was like, what people didn't think about was the other 98% of the paper. The blank part of the paper. And I'm like, that's not the assignment that the professor gave you, ma'am. You can't just make that analogy like that. You can't just try to make something motivational out of something that doesn't even connect. That's like me saying, okay, you see Downturn? I'm going to be that one vote for Downturn. Because who knows, if Downturn wins, then maybe I'll enjoy Downturn, because Downturn is an awful map. But if other people see that one person in the lobby really wanted to play Downturn, and they all chip in to make that effort to play Downturn, maybe everyone will have a better experience because of it, because they helped out that one person who wanted to play Downturn. Little do they know I only voted Downturn to prove a point, and when we all play Downturn, if it were to happen, which is not going to happen, we'd all have a terrible time. It'd be a terrible time, because Downturn is a terrible map. But the 98% of the paper, she made it say, like, you should always remember all the good things. And that 2% shouldn't matter all that much. That's all we focus on, but that shouldn't matter all that much. So she's trying to tell a bunch of seniors in an auditorium, hey, if you got a problem, ignore it. Your life's going great, you know? It's 98% great. Forget the 2%. Just forget it.